All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Note. It is November 16, 2021, 9:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My apologies. I was on a phone call, a family phone call. My apologies. So I didn't want to cut them off while I was trying to get on this timing. What can I say? Timing. But good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard. Let's talk about the market, shall we? Before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little white logo. Click on that white logo. Turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Comment your questions, as always, really do appreciate it. Hopefully I'm not too loud according to this mic, maybe I'm too close. All right, good morning. Just real quick, so I've been doing sports betting on Twitter. Boy, I suck, man. The Rams, I took the Rams -3.5. I got a funny comment on Twitter saying you're better at trading than the sports betting, so ain't that the truth. But just like anything else, it's all about what you focus on, you're better at. That's usually the case, but thanks a lot, Rams. You screwed me last night off $100. But sports gambling is fun, makes the game at least worth watching. But yeah, so either way, let's talk about it. Dow futures up 62 points. NASDAQ is down 17. S&P's flat, down 0.03%. Russell 2000 futures down 0.23%. I had some IWM calls, unusual options activity. That didn't work out. We had to salvage it. 10-year Treasury yields are up 1.628%. The dollar is also up 95.76. That's dragging down a little bit on the NASDAQ. So is Tesla. The VIX is up 2.43% as well. Gold is up 0.03%, 1867. Silver futures 25.16, up 0.24%. The euro dollar is down 0.29%, down 33 pips, 113.34. 114.49, up 36 pips for the dollar yen. And crypto did fall last night nearly 10%, nearly 10%. It's at 60,865 on Bitcoin, 43.25 on Ethereum. Nothing has really changed here. I didn't sell anything. Let's get to crypto. You can see crypto, I'm down like 20 grand from just one day yesterday. My portfolio is down about 8.36%, so let's call it 19,823. Does that really change anything in regards to crypto for me? Not really. I'm still holding it. Nothing has really changed. So again, 100,000 is still the target by the end of the year for Bitcoin, and I believe we're going to get it. So there we go. Let's take a look at some pre-market movers. Lucid reported their earnings. Lucid Group up 11% pre-market. Rivian is also up 10% pre-market. Peloton is up 1.33% pre-market. They're offering more shares. Walmart is down 0.80% after a healthy report. When it comes to Walmart, keep in mind you're probably just owning it for the yield. You're not owning it for any real meaningful growth. Keep in mind they're pretty much established. Apple's down pretty flat. Boeing's down 0.2%. Merck's down about 1%. Home Depot, I own the stock. I love them. They're up 2.33% on strong same-day sales, same-store sales. Microsoft, I have calls for this week. We're up 0.07% on the stock today. Walt Disney's up 0.21%. I'm waiting to see if Disney can get a little more of a pullback so I can buy some more. Visa's up 0.30%. On the S&P, Ford is up 0.15%. Norwegian's up 2.74%. Tesla's down another 0.83% as Elon Musk is still selling more shares. Nvidia's down by 1.12%. They report earnings after the bell today. Boeing is down. We already said that. AMD's down 1.22%. And NetEase is up 4.79% pre-market. Let's talk about some of the news today. We also had our retail sales number. Our core retail sales remain much higher than suggested by the old 2019 trend. So again, to the upside, let me get you that. Retail and food services were seasonally adjusted $638 billion in 2021 October, up 1.7% from September, and is up 16.3% from this time last year. I don't know why this was retweeted. I don't care what that is. Import prices rise 1.2% in October on higher fuel prices. Exports increased 1.5%. And the total retail sales with month over month was 1.7% versus the 1.5% estimate. Retail sales excluding autos 1.7% versus 1.0%. That's really strong. Again, retail sales, this excludes auto and gas, is up 1.4% versus 0.7%, nearly double the expectations. The retail sales control group 1.6% versus 0.09%. I talked about this on the Why We're Bullish podcast and the note. I did on YouTube and on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, I talked about consumer spending, how it's so important. 60% of the economy is consumer spending. You can see the consumer is spending. Companies are passing on their costs due to the inflation, and the consumer seems to just eat it up. So again, that tells me a very, very good sign that we have more upside. That's a really good sign that the consumers are willing to spend and buy on goods, services, travel, what have you. And again, it's not just automobiles, high-priced automobiles. It's people literally going out again. We're talking about this grand reopening, right, in the economy. That, remember, we talked about why we're bullish. I think it was 2 episodes ago that we talked about pent-up demand. And I think the pent-up demand is still going. Again, when people have money in their pocket in this economy, they're going to blow it. They're going to use it. It's a lot of cash on the sidelines. So again, that's why we are long on it. So there we go. Let's take a look quickly on our freebie that we hit. Remember, it was the 170 calls. Beautiful play, guys. Congratulations for all who caught it. Again, we had the 170 calls. It was nearly in the money and then came back down about a buck 80. So again, I don't have it anymore. I made some money. I'm happy about it. But what makes me happier is that you guys got it. We made up for NIO. Remember, I talked about that. Let's make up for it. We did. So congratulations to the team and everyone who caught it. Again, we have a Black Friday sale coming. We're still working on all the details, but premium will be included into the Black Friday deal. So will Masterclass and Futures. So those 3 categories will have a Black Friday deal. We will post it on Instagram when it is ready, on stories and a post. So I've been seeing a lot of DMs on that, but we'll get that to you. No worries. All right, good morning. Good morning. Thoughts on KO long-term, Javier is asking. KO is fine if you want to own it. You're just owning it for the yield. So again, if you want some dividends, Coca-Cola can't go wrong there. That's a really good company to own. Alibaba, let's take a look at it. Oops. Baba, I am a shareholder. I'm still waiting for that break of 170, 190. Or 172. If that breaks, I'll take a look at some calls, possibly 175s or 180s. Where do you see Bitcoin finding support? Let's take a look at it. If you look at the daily here, really your support is right around 58. So 58 is your support level on Bitcoin. It's bouncing above that. So again, I dollar cost average. I buy every week a little bit. So again, that really doesn't change anything for me. Let's take a look at Tesla support. Tesla support for me is still 899, which is 900. So 900 is still the level to look for if you want to buy some more. Where does PayPal go end of the year? PayPal is going to bounce. I had an alert at 183.54. I don't think we get there. I think we'll probably end of the year right around 230, maybe 230. I would say 240 seems about right, to be honest. So I'll go with 240 by end of the year. Morning, Carlos. Anything we're watching today? Any levels? Yeah, Microsoft is the one I'm watching. I had the 340 calls for this week. We're up 17% already. So again, we're starting to get closer to the Thanksgiving weekend next week where volumes dry up a little bit. So again, we're going to play it pretty close to the chest. We're not going to be as wild. We're going to see what's out there and just play it by ear. Remember, yesterday was a pretty flat-ish day. Wasn't much movement. And today I'm expecting the same. Yes, we had retail sales, but that was about it. Rivian to 200 by end of the year. That's a tough one because they're just IPO'd. So you're really just basing it on demand. They did have the Motor Trend Car of the Year. You can take that as you want. But again, it's a tough one. I can't really go with you on that. Why is NQ down right now? It's right here at the dollar. The dollar is up. Remember, that costs more for these companies to do business overseas. PayPal 230 calls. No, I would not do PayPal 230 calls. Will Ford sell off ex-dividend date the 18th? When you have ex-dividend dates, sometimes it does. I wouldn't want to go short on Ford, to be honest with you. Let's see. Good morning, Carlos. Any thoughts on Rivian? Man, it's a tough one because again, it just IPO'd. So again, we don't have any data whatsoever. It's a shot in the dark. And I remember same old people were saying you're gonna buy Robinhood, and Robinhood's soaring. Where's Robinhood today, guys? That's where that is. Robinhood after their IPO. So I would just be careful. If you really want Rivian and you really believe in the company, go ahead and buy some. But I wouldn't buy all at once. I'd buy a little bit and then wait for a pullback and buy a little bit more. So again, if you're all about the company, that's fine by me. Buy it here if you want. Have your targets, but I wouldn't buy all at once. Again, it's an IPO. We don't know their first earnings report for another quarter. I'd rather wait for that report, see how they do, see if they're actually profitable, and then go from there. Palantir price target. Palantir is a tough one to trade. I love the stock. I hate trading it. So we're still stuck in that range between 21 and around 30. I say we're going to get break 30, not by end of the year, because it's just been stagnant. That's all it is. Is PayPal a buy here? PayPal, I think below 200 is a buy. That's where I bought it more. But 183.54 is my next buy level. Yes, there is a gap to fill on PayPal, but we got to see if we get some news on PayPal. Roblox 120 calls. 120 calls on Roblox. It is down pre-market slightly. If it breaks 112, okay, I'm with it. But until then, no. DraftKings, I do own DraftKings, as you guys know, and Penn. DraftKings is down. It's taking a little bit of a beating, which is fine. A break of 35, I'm going to be adding more. I like DraftKings long term. I think legalization in Florida with sports gambling, I like to sports gamble. I like to do parlays. I like to play fantasy. I always say invest in stuff that you want, that you consume or use on a daily basis. Amazon, I actually have calls that I'm holding. Right now it needs to break 35.54. If that does break, we should get a little more to the upside and break 36.05. But that's where we are. Upstart, I would buy below 200. Again, I like the company, just the fact that I just want a better price. Below 200, I'm a buyer. So again, I have no problem buying these companies that are profitable. But again, I want a good price. I don't want to buy it at 400, and I don't want to buy it at 300. I want to buy it at 200, right at that breakout level. If I can get a retest of that breakout at 200, I'm a buyer. MU 1126, 80 calls. Keep in mind, MU, be careful. There is a 200-day moving average right at $80 on the daily, and also NVIDIA reports today. I would wait for NVIDIA to report and then see how the semiconductors react until you do anything. So I'd leave it there. All right, guys, have a great rest of the day. We'll leave it there. GARcapitalfx.com is the website. Just a heads up, Thursday, there will be no morning note. I have to go pick up Kevin and Nick from the airport. They're coming down to Florida to visit. We're having our team meeting and hanging out. It's been a while since we all been together. So I'm picking them up from the airport on Thursday. Friday, we should have a morning note, but I will let you guys know if we do. But Thursday, for sure, we're not. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Have a great rest of the day. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Cheers.